What do you do when your paycheck was significantly lower than what you thought you were gonna get and you've already done your budget? Well, let's get into it. As I stated, besties, you guys were all here for the last video that I did, and in that video I completed my budget based upon what I thought I was going to get from my supplemental pay / unemployment money. However, I didn't get all of the money, and to be quite frank with you, I didn't get any of the money. And I say that because as it relates to what I did get, all of that money went into my mortgage account, which means that it only takes care of my mortgage, and I can't, that's all it takes care of, is half of my mortgage, and it's there in that account. And I never really budget off of that account because there's no real need to. There's one bill that comes out of that account and the money goes into that account, and that's it. But as far as my other account, which is my bill account, that's where I pay everything else out of. That's where all of my daily expenses money comes out of, my savings, and the other bills, anything outside of mortgage is taken out of that account. There was nothing that was put in there. So with that being said, I need to come back to the drawing board. I thought maybe what I should do is I should go to the last budget that I created and then make some adjustments. But I think that that'll be a little bit too difficult. And we're just gonna scratch this budget altogether and complete a new one. If this is your very first time here, my name is Jasmine, aka Budget Treasures, and here on my channel I talk about all things finance with the emphasis on budgeting, saving money, and paying off debt. I am currently unemployed right now. I was laid off from my job, and I am only budgeting with the money that I'm getting from unemployment and the supplemental pay. The money is unfortunately, I mean, it's consistent, but it's not as consistent as it would be if I were actually working at my job. So just to let you guys know what happened, for the supplemental pay, I am supposed to go in and do an attestation every week. I was under the impression that it was every other week. And because of that, I didn't get a full paycheck. I only got 1 week's worth of pay. Now, the other week that I didn't get paid for will actually be paid on December the 20th. So I'll be getting 3 weeks worth of pay then. And right now I'm just working with the 1 week's worth of pay that I was paid, and that went into the mortgage account. But as far as the bill money, I'm only working with what I got back in November. Okay. This is one of the reasons why I felt as though it was important for me to pay my bills up as much as I possibly could, for in the event that something like this would happen, or you know, I didn't get the money for whatever reason. And I thank God for me thinking that way, because now I'm gonna be able to see how I'm gonna let what's left in the bill account, how I'm gonna be able to last for the next really 2 weeks until the 20th of December. Now, I'm gonna see what I have to work with here. In the event that I don't have enough money, then I will be able to, of course, go into savings and pull some money out of that to be able to help and assist. Of course, that's basically what, you know, the savings is for. So I 100% thank God that I'm in a position to pull from some savings. All right, let's get right on into it. So I have the budget that I completed. We're gonna do away with this one. Well, kind of, but I still need it in order to complete the new budget. This is a budget, the last one that I completed November 22nd. I'm gonna need this one as well, and then my bill tracker. I'm gonna need to crunch the numbers to see what has already been paid, what hasn't been paid, basically, and then I'm gonna see what we have to work with. So let's get started. Now, I will say that this is really good for, this is an example of what I would do if I was paid one time per month. I would first see how much money I'm paid for the full month, and I would probably budget every single week with what I have left in my account, or I would budget every 2 weeks. But I would definitely need to be 1 month ahead. I think that's how it works best. And once you already know how much money you need per month, you just have that money already set up, ready to pay that next month's worth of bills. In my opinion, it would work best that way. I hope that that makes sense. Like, for example, if your bills are $2,000 a month, I would already have the $2,000 ready to pay bills as I am going into that month. Definitely having a separate account. And for the most part, as much as I can be, I would just be on auto pay and let everything take out. Whatever you are not able to pay on auto pay, that's where I would come in and do the budget every single week, you know, based on what's left in the account. So for example, today is the what's today? Today's the 7th, I think. And what I have to work with in the bill account is $871.41. Sorry, $871.41. Now, let's just say I was paid on the 1st and I received, like what I received here, the $2,156, and I budgeted for everything. Then I will come back, I will complete another budget. Okay, I have $871.41 left. So now let me look and see what bills I still have outstanding for the month. So for myself, looking at, I'm going to start with the budget that I did complete, because the bills that were outstanding was the internet and cable for $138.77, but this was actually paid. So that was paid. Now, anything here, especially if it's on auto pay, has not been paid. So this is what I'm going to budget for. I'm gonna budget for life insurance, especially because that is on, the life insurance is on auto pay. So that's gonna come out regardless. So I need to make sure I have the money there to pay. The next is the gym. This is also on auto pay. This is coming out on the 15th. And then next up is car and home insurance. I really need to look for a new company. $12.20. And then next is court, because this is on auto pay. And this is coming out on the 28th. $75. Now I should, like I stated, I should be getting paid on the 20th, which that will take care of the rest of these bills. But just in case anything happens, I want to be able to have that money there so that it will cover that bill. Now, I still do have solar bill that's due for $100. Well, I don't even really know how much it is, honestly, because it's not available. I was just pre-planning. And then my gas $70 and then clear payment $95 because I'm gonna have to make that payment. Now, what I'm gonna do is, because these are not on auto pay, I am not going to budget for them. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to pay them. It just means that I'm not going to budget for them in this paycheck. Now, I should be getting an unemployment check next week as well. But the reason why I'm not going to budget for these, because the bills are not available yet because they're already paid, I am going to go down to the variable expenses because I need to pay my gas. Because remember, my gas, if you don't know, my gas is on my credit card. And I have to be very diligent about making sure that this is not creeping up into any like amount. And this is $200 that I need to pay. Eating out gets cut out. I'm not eating out. But gas, I need to pay this, and it's $200. $200.12. I do not want this bill to overlap or to go into the next month, and where it's collecting interest. I cannot do that. So I'm gonna add up everything in the bills area. So this is $400.96. And left over is $470.45. So as far as the gas is concerned, this will be paid today. For 1 second. The gas will be paid today, so I need to take care of that. You know, because I'm thinking like, well, I have to get gas for the next 2 weeks. And if I don't pay that, it's just gonna continue to build. And then I would have spent the money somewhere else, and then I'm back in debt again. So that's how you prevent, that's how I am preventing myself from getting back into debt. Because I know that I'm still getting money, that's the reason why I'm still using my credit card. I may not get it on time, it may be a little bit late, but I am still essentially getting money. It's money that they owe me or whatnot. So that's the reason why I'm still using my credit card. In the event that I was just out here freelancing and I wasn't getting anything, I would not be using my credit card because I couldn't guarantee that I would be able to make that payment. Okay, so I just want to make that clear about this credit card that I'm using and why I am still using it. The year is almost up and I'll be getting my rewards points. Now I was a little sad because I was like, I thought I could use those reward points for anything, and I can actually only use them at Costco. So that was a bit funky because I'm like, what do I get at Costco that's something that I would enjoy? Like, what? A TV? I was like, maybe it's something I can find at Costco that's not like a need. Because I don't want to spend my reward money on a need, right? But I guess if I take that reward money and buy what I need and then take the money that I need and then I could go spend this anywhere else. But that's not what I wanted to do. Anyway, that's not important right now. So all of these things are on auto pay. That's coming out. And the gas, I'm going to make this payment. And as far as the food, I will be eating from home, basically. Not eating out right about now. So this takes me down to 470.45, and I'm gonna subtract 212. That leaves us with $270.33. Oh, whoops. They signed it. 200. No, oops. I'm messing up, you guys. Sorry. So this is 270.33. What's left? And then the variable expenses is $212. Okay. So now we're going up to sinking funds. And usually when it comes to sinking funds, I am saving for the cleaners, household, medical, and skincare. None of this is a priority. So I will not be saving for any sinking funds right now. If push came to shove, I would be emptying every single envelope and putting it towards bills if push came to shove, okay? This is where I'm now looking at what is the priority. Oh. So it's going to be 0, and leftovers 270.33. And then we know debt right now is not coming out of any of this money. And then extra savings. So I did have that I was going to save $300, and then I was going to have a rollover of $500. But for right now, I'm just gonna let that money roll over. So right now, I'm also not gonna put anything towards savings, because essentially I've already saved out of this money. I saved $700. I'm sorry. What did I save? This looks like 700. Oh yeah. So out of the inflow and then the unemployment, I saved $700 out of this. So essentially I've already saved out of this money. So now I did want to save, to be honest with you. To be honest with you, I did want to save. There's I know you guys know her on Instagram. I'm sure you do. Her name is B on Budgeting, but it's actual BITCH on Budgeting. And she has this thing where you screenshot on Instagram and then you save like a certain amount of money every Thursday. So I had did that and it showed a total of $28 that I was to save. So you can either double it or you can save, you know, what you screenshot. So I had wanted to do that, and my screenshot was $28. See, here's my $28 screenshot right there. So of course I wanted to double it. And so that was a total of $56 that I would be saving. So I did want to save the $56, and I am going to do that. The reason why I'm going to do that is because if I need to put it back, I'll just go ahead and put it back. Like, it's not a big deal. The savings is the savings, and that will be saved in cash. That $56 is going towards the $1,000 that I'm trying to save before the year is up. I already have a total of $700 saved. They have more. No. Yeah. I already have $700 saved, but this can't be the only. Yeah, I already have $700 saved. I thought I had more than that saved. I guess yeah, because, hold on. I thought I had more than that saved. Well, I mean, all I need to do is get the envelope. Oh, because this was finishing the 3K savings. Got it. And then this was starting. Okay, I was like, I know I've been saving. Your girl been saving. So, yeah. So I have $700 saved, and my goal is to save $1,000 before the year is up. I'll take that $1,000 and then throw it into the high yield savings account. So left over $270.33, and then I'm gonna save, what was that, 56 bucks. So I'm gonna take $56 out of the bank, and then if I need to put it back, I'll put it back because it'll be in cash, so it's fine. $214.33 is what will be the rollover. This will roll over to for my unemployment. Now the unemployment is consistently $810 for 2 weeks. So with that being said, I mean, there's nothing else that really needs to be taken care of, with the exception of like the home insurance and all of that, because the very next week, then I will have gotten the 3 weeks of pay. Okay, so everything's going pretty good, but this is an example of why it is important for us to make sure that we are planning ahead as much as we possibly can when we are in a state of unemployment, or we're in between jobs, or just in between money. Even if you are an entrepreneur and that's what you do, that's how you make your money, I would, if I were a straight entrepreneur, which I guess I am now, that is what I would do, which is what I'm doing now. I am budgeting for the as far ahead as I possibly can, because you just don't know the future. You don't know what may come up. And just think about, if I had to get food, like right now my daughter takes care of the food, but just think about if I had to get food. Now, one thing that I did do that I will suggest to you guys, because of my daughter right now, I qualify for a discount on my light bill and my light bill, or electricity and gas. So definitely take a look at your utilities and see if you are able to take advantage of any programs where you can get things for free, especially in this, not free, but discounted and or free in this economy, because every dollar helps that we can save and put towards savings or debt. So this is everything. I didn't close out this bill. I mean, this budget. I know I did all of this. I need to start closing out my budgets again. I don't know what I'm doing. And I know a lot of the besties like when I close out the budget. So I need to make sure that I am doing that again. It's going to be very difficult for me to go back and do it. So I'm going to make sure that let me put only got 1 week's of pay. I want to make sure I know. But yeah, I'll come back and I will close this budget out, which not gonna be that's not gonna be fun to close that budget out. I guess I probably should close this budget out, but essentially we're still in it. So I guess once the 20th come, then I can close it out, I guess. Everything is cray cray right now. But that is pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, please leave them down below. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please make sure that you subscribe. Share this video with someone who may possibly be unemployed right now and they are struggling with budgeting or how to make it work, even if they are employed, but they just can't quite get this budgeting thing right. Share them with the community. I love to have them over and become one of the besties, but make sure that you guys give this video a total thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video. Go be great. Peace out.